So your middle one is the only one that's into riding then?
Yeah, right now he seems like he's got the most passion for it. So, yeah.
How's that?
It's fun, man. It's cool. We have a nice little setup in the yard, so he can go back there and ride. And it's all like legit pro size stuff. So like, you know, being 10, it's all really big ramps. Like it's kind of intimidating, but he's actually doing really well with it. And so when we go anyplace else, like I feel like it helps him because he's not intimidated by smaller stuff that maybe a kid just getting it would be, because he's riding like the smallest ramp he rides is 6 foot tall. You know, he's all of like 4 something, you know, so it's already overhead. And then the tallest one he like drops into is like 13 foot tall. So
that's
like
crazy.
Yeah. And he's handling it good. He's like, you know, switches between bike and scooter. And this summer we went up to a camp that I work with called Camp Woodward, and he like learned how to backflip there, backflip the scooter, backflip his bike. I mean, he was hyped. I was hyped. I was like, this is crazy, dude. So yeah, like he seems really into it. It's fun. Like, you know, and it's an interesting dynamic, you know, like, and you learn these things real fast as a parent. Like, and I'm sure you guys have been in a situation where like you tell your kid something like don't do that. And they're like, okay. And they do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. You get some outside force, outside dad, outside mom, and be like, don't do that. And they're like, oh my God, I won't ever do it again. It's like, you need that outside. So for me, right, I'm literally the coach of the USA team, right? So good source of information.
You don't know shit, Dad.
Exactly. Not in those words, but like, you know, like, it's just like, okay, gosh. And then, so we went up to Woodward, that camp, and I was trying to teach him. And then literally it was just like the coach of the team GB, like Great Britain, is up there. And so I get a video of from him. He's like, oh, what's up? And I was like, what's this? And it's Jameson backflipping. And he basically taught my kid how to backflip, how to get around. And I was like, all right, man.
You
like
flexing on me, dude?
I was like, this is super weird. But like, honestly, at that point I was like,
it's like you're hurt, but also proud at the same time.
I was. And like, and you know, like part of me was just like, dang, you should have been there doing that. But I was like, but if he wasn't in this like right mind to listen to me, I'm okay with him getting advice from another excellent coach. Like, you know, it's like, I mean, there could be way worse situations to be in.
We were
like,
talking about earlier. It's a reason why, like, it's important to have like positive male role models. Yeah. Not just your dad, but like a collective of positive male role models.
It takes a village, right?
It takes a village, especially with boys. Yeah.
My dad, sorry to change the subject, but my dad used to tell the story of like when he was a kid, you know, you were afraid to mess up out in public because if you dude, like anyone. He goes, so-and-so, like little Johnny's dad, like your friend's dad would come up and smack you in the back of the head. And then he would sit there and wait till your dad came and be like, he was messing up, and you'd be like, thanks so much. And then, you know, like, thank you for hitting my kid in the back of the head. Now I'm going to take him home and hit him in the back of the head too. And like, but it was just like, you know, you were just scared to get caught by anything because, you know, like
adults across the board
were like, don't do that. Like, don't act like that, you know? And it was just like,
my mom, this is the funniest story. Same thing. My mom was riding in the backseat of her parents' car.
Station wagon, so the flip.
Oh yeah, the backwards, yeah. Those are sick.
And she flicked some guy off. And this had to have been.
She said she was like 8 or 9, maybe.
I mean, she's what, 62 now?
Yeah, so this is
a long time ago.
60s,
you know, the dude followed them home, and they got out. My grandfather was like, "What's up?" He's like, "Your daughter flicked me off, gave me the bird." So he yelled at her, and then her parents yelled at her right there.
Just got it from all angles.
And
she was probably sweating, like, because she's looking at this dude the whole time. Like,
he's just like, I'm coming to your house.
Yeah, dude, like he's following us. He's following us.
But now if somebody that happened, you know, I mean, me personally, I'd be like, but you know, most people would be like, I can't believe you'd follow me. What are you, a crazy psychopath?
Yeah, it'd be turning them like, you can't follow me. What are you? Yeah.
No, that needs to go back to that. Go back to a collective parenting.
It's collective ass whooping.
And it's still there to a degree, but it's just like I just feel like it's, you know, I don't know. People are just like scared in general, just a little bit scared. But
that's just like what you get in these communities, right? Like, you know, BMX community or something, a soccer community or a BJJ community. You start finding these like-minded individuals, and then, you know, you realize like, oh wow, this is we are all doing this collectively together. You know. Yeah,
and I mean, like I said, like that information when it comes from like another adult, it just comes with power. You know, like, I mean, same thing with marriage. Sometimes my wife, you know, I tell her something 1,000 times, and just one time from someone else, be like, I said that. I said that.
You can't coach your wife.
No, I'm not. I am not the coach in that situation at all.